was in sort of a tough spot tonight, whether it was a matter of stepping up or holding back. What did you think of the way that the Rockets attacked him specifically?
Well, you know, he can't be in both places. You know, I don't want to dissect that situation, but you know, I thought more than, you know, always if you give up a dunk, you know, it feels a certain way. You know, if you give up a three, it can feel a certain way where, but you're going to give something up. You know, we had some breakdowns in the half court, no question. Some of that's going to happen even when you're good, because of their ability to make plays. But I thought, you know, really in the first half and some in the second too, our inability to secure a rebound or a loose ball when we did get a stop. And then in particular in the third quarter when I thought we started to play better, we had 3 or 4 possessions where we got stops and, you know, just had some plays offensively where not only did we not convert, but, you know, we made mistakes offensively. We turned it over. And you're just not going to be able to, I mean, they shot like 20 more shots than we did. And I don't know how many points off our turnovers, but if you give a team that's that good, you know, multiple possessions, and there wasn't, we didn't play well. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There's some things that a lot of things we need to do better, and one of them is how, you know, we protect the room. I think Rudy can and will be better, but it wasn't just Rudy.
You mentioned pregame how difficult they are to defend, handle in so many situations. When Harden's playing like that and their defense is playing well, and Daniel House is hitting threes and PJ Tucker, is it almost a pick your poison type situation? Yeah, you know, yes. You're going to give something up, but you know, we can be better in some of those situations, and some of it for us, you know, feeling the game. You know, I thought their physicality defensively disrupted us. The ball stopped. We got stuck on one side of the floor, and we just have to be more determined in those situations. You know, again, on the defensive end, you know, I think we can be better in some areas, but as you said, you're going to give something up. At times, it just can't be easy, and you know, at some point, you know, I don't know what they shot from 3. You know, we don't want to give up open ones generally, but if you're protecting the rim and, you know, doing certain things against James, you're going to give something up. So that's why it's so impactful if you get a stop and you don't get the rebound, or you get a stop and you don't. The third quarter we got some stops, and then we didn't get shots on the other end, and you know, that's tough to overcome.
Quinn, what are some of the things that you guys can do offensively to kind of beat that switching defense? Maybe get Donovan some easier looks than maybe he saw tonight?
Donovan got in the lane. We've got to make better decisions. You know, when they do collapse, do a better job of finding each other. But I think as much as anything, you know, when we played with some force, we had more success. There isn't, you know, there are some things that we wanted to do that we didn't execute. Regardless of what we're doing, our execution just has to be better. But there's times we're not in the half court, and you know, and we're not capitalizing on getting stops, and then when we do get into half court, as I said, we've got the balls. We're not always going to be able to move the ball the way we want and play side to side. But I guess more than anything, there's just got to be more determination, you know, to not have empty possessions. And some of that's, you know, feeling them and their physicality, which I think is important for us to understand. You know, we've got to try to play through them, and we had some moments where we did, but it just wasn't consistent enough.
Coach,
okay. Mm-hmm.
Coach, when Houston makes Donovan see a crowd like that, and you guys swing the ball, and how important is it for you guys to make that weak side 3-pointer that didn't seem to be going in tonight? I mean,
that you know, we've got to get those shots. And to the extent we've got to get them, you know, whether they go in or not, if they're good shots, you know, you can't try harder to make them, you know, you just got to keep shooting them and maintain your confidence and your aggressiveness. But when we didn't have those passes, or when you missed those passes, some of that efficiency hurt us, so that when you're not making shots, you feel it more because you're not able to get as many good shots and making some mistakes offensively. Okay.